Hello, everyone. Welcome to the market opening bell for Wednesday, June 25th, your 10-minute guide to the stock market. US President Trump announced the ceasefire between Israel and Iran, leading to a significant rise in Hong Kong stocks on Tuesday. The Hang Seng Index opened 143 points higher and later surged by up to 540 points to 24,229, closing up 487 points or 2.1% at 24,177, marking three consecutive days of gains, totaling 939 points or 4%. The X-share index rose 163 points or 1.9% to 8,760, and the Hang Seng Tech Index gained 110 points or 2.1% to 5,297. Market turnover increased 21% from the previous day to 240.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. Southbound trading turnover was 121.2 billion Hong Kong dollars, with southbound net inflows of 2.589 billion dollars, down from 7.895 billion dollars the previous day. Notable trades included net buys Meituan 785 million, SMIC 723 million, China Construction Bank 693 million, Innovent Biologics 599 million, Mart 526 million. Net sales Xiaomi 1.551 billion, Tencent 944 million, Alibaba 751 million, Xpeng 420 million, CNOOC 341 million. Statistics show southbound funds have been net selling Tencent for 18 consecutive days, totaling 19.675 billion Hong Kong dollars. Alibaba for 5 days, 2.749 billion, and Xiaomi for 3 days, 1.905 billion, while net buying China Construction Bank for 10 days, 6.546 billion, SMIC for 4 days, 1.959 billion, and Meituan for 3 days, 2.518 billion. Mainland Chinese markets also rose significantly, with all three major indexes up over 1% and increased trading volume. The Shanghai Composite Index closed at 3,420, up 39 points or 1.15%. The Shenzhen Component Index closed at 10,217, up 169 points or 1.7%. Combined turnover for Shanghai and Shenzhen was 1.4145 trillion yuan, up 292 billion yuan from the previous day. The renminbi central parity rate was 7.1656 to 1 US dollar, up 54 pips from the previous day, hitting a 7.5-month high. Technically, the Hang Seng Index, buoyed by the Israel-Iran ceasefire news, broke above its 10-day and 20-day moving averages. However, the ceasefire was breached, with Israel accusing Iran of launching ballistic missiles after the ceasefire took effect, though Iran denied this, stating the missiles were launched beforehand. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps confirmed the timing, while the Israeli Air Force bombed a radar station near Tehran in response. After a call between Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and Trump, Israel decided against further attacks. The ceasefire's continuation depends on Iran's response. After 3 days of gains, Hong Kong stocks may see profit taking, with the Hang Seng Index potentially testing support at 24,000 or the 10-day moving average at 23,870. China Wang announced its full-year results for the year ending March 2025, with net profit of 4.336 billion yuan, up 8.6% year-on-year, and revenue of 23.511 billion yuan, down 0.3%, mainly due to declines in ice products and rice cracker gift packs affected by extreme weather and market conditions. Gross margin rose 1 percentage point to 47.6%, driven by lower costs for raw and packaging materials. Earnings per share were 36.71 cents. A final dividend of 2.04 US cents was declared, down from 3.3 US cents last year. For the second half ending March 2025, revenue was 10.876 billion yuan, down 16.2% from 12.635 billion yuan in the first half, and net profit was 1.863 billion yuan, down 32.7% from 2.473 billion yuan in the first half. The group restructured internally in the second half, setting up product-based divisions to enhance channel coordination and global operations, leading to low single-digit revenue growth year-on-year, with dairy and beverages up mid-single digits and ice products rebounding over 20%. Vitasoy reported its full-year results for the year ending March 2025, with revenue up 1% to 6.274 billion Hong Kong dollars, driven by growth in core products in mainland China and steady performance in Hong Kong. Gross profit rose 3% to 3.218 billion Hong Kong dollars, with the gross margin up 1.3 percentage points to 51.3%. Net profit surged 102% to 235 million Hong Kong dollars. For the first half ending September 2024, revenue was 3.443 billion and net profit was 170 million Hong Kong dollars, meaning the second half had revenue of 2.831 billion, down 17.8% from the first half, and net profit of 65 million dollars, down 61.8%. Based on financial performance and cash position, the board proposed the final dividend of 10.2 Hong Kong cents, up 62%, and with an interim dividend of 4 Hong Kong cents. The total annual dividend is 14.2 Hong Kong cents, up 84.4%, yet yielding only about 1.5%. In the 2025 fiscal year, Vitasoy noted changing consumer patterns with increased price sensitivity, geopolitical tensions, and slower growth in plant-based milk and ready-to-drink tea may pose short-term challenges. Two new stocks were listed today. Chow Chow 2643 closed at 36 Hong Kong dollars in Philip Mart's Grey Market, down 14.2% or 5.94 Hong Kong dollars from its IPO price. Excluding fees, a 100 share lot would lose 594 Hong Kong dollars. XJ Electric's stock code 2619 closed at 2.72 Hong Kong dollars in the grey market, down 4.9% or 0.14 Hong Kong dollars from its IPO price. Excluding fees, a 1,000 share lot would lose $140. The three major US stock indexes closed higher, with the Nasdaq and S&P 500 both hitting new closing highs since February this year. The S&P 500 rose 67 points, up 1.1% to 6,092. The Nasdaq gained 281 points, up 1.4% to 19,912. The Dow climbed 507 points, up 1.2% to 43,089. The Nasdaq China Golden Dragon Index, reflecting Chinese concept stocks, surged 237 points or 3.3% to 7,425. Tech stocks were again the main drivers of the US market's rise, with the S&P technology sector leading gains. Nvidia rose 2.6% with its market cap nearing 3.3 trillion US dollars, solidifying its position among the top three globally. Amazon gained 2.1%, Meta rose nearly 2%, Microsoft increased 0.9%, and Alphabet climbed nearly 1%. Tesla bucked the trend, falling 2.35% despite announcing a robotaxi pilot in Austin, as the market remains skeptical about its profitability and regulatory prospects. Apple dipped slightly by 0.6%. Easing Middle East tensions led to a second consecutive day of sharp declines in international oil prices, with Brent and WTI crude futures both dropping over 6%. Airline stocks performed strongly, with Delta Airlines up over 2% and United Airlines and Frontier Airlines also posting notable gains. Coinbase surged 12%, boosted by news of an upcoming cryptocurrency regulatory framework. On the economic front, preliminary data from the Conference Board showed the U.S. Consumer Confidence Index fell 5.4 points in June from 98.4 in May to 93, below expectations, highlighting ongoing concerns about the potential economic impact of higher U.S. import tariffs. The Richmond Federal Reserve's monthly survey indicated that manufacturing activity in the Fifth District remained weak in June. The composite manufacturing index improved by 2 points from the previous month to -7, in line with market expectations. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is set to address two congressional committees this week. Ahead of his testimony, President Trump again pressured Powell, noting that Europe has cut rates 10 times while the Fed has not acted. Trump argued that with no inflation and a thriving economy, the Fed should cut rates by 2 to 3 percentage points, saving the US 800 billion US dollars annually, and could raise rates later if conditions worsen. During his testimony before the House Financial Services Committee, Powell stated that the Fed is in a favorable position to wait and see and can maintain current policy until more data emerges. He noted multiple possible paths for future rates if inflation slows or the labor market weakens. Rate cuts could be appropriate. If the economy remains strong, maintaining current rates may be justified. Our stock pick today is Best Mart 360, stock code 2360. Best Mart 360 is a chain retailer of leisure food operating in Hong Kong and Macau under the Best Mart 360 and Phillip brands. It offers a wide range of primarily imported pre-packaged leisure food and other grocery products broadly categorized as chocolate and confectionery, nuts and dried fruits, packaged baked goods and snacks, biscuits and pastries, cereals and milk, beverages and alcohol, rice noodles and pantry staples, chilled and frozen foods, and other products such as personal care, household goods, and anti-epidemic items. The group's mission is to provide customers with high quality and cost-effective products through global sourcing. Amid a challenging business environment, Bestmart 360 has adopted adaptive strategies to navigate difficulties, including optimizing its product mix beyond enhancing the supply of essentials like cereals, noodles, canned goods, milk, chilled and frozen foods, and household necessities. The group introduced popular mainland Chinese brands and imported unique global food items to meet local consumer demands and attract overseas tourists. This drove an 8.2% sales increase to approximately 2.805 billion Hong Kong dollars for the year ending December 31st, 2024, despite a weak overall retail market. The group continued to develop its private label products, which accounted for about 17% of revenue. Profit attributable to shareholders was 247 million Hong Kong dollars, up 5.3% year-on-year, driven by a steady store expansion strategy. Gross margin improved to 36.6%, up 0.7 percentage points thanks to flexible sales strategies and product mix optimization. Total dividends for the year were 0.21 Hong Kong dollars per share, a 50% increase from 2023, with a payout ratio of about 85% and a current yield of nearly 12%. As of December 31st, 2024, Bestmart 360 operated 176 retail stores, including 170 in Hong Kong and 60 in Macau. Of the 170 Hong Kong stores, 31 are on Hong Kong Island, 55 in Kowloon, and 84 in the New Territories, comprising 55 street-level shops, 114 in community or residential shopping malls, and one in a transport hub easily accessible to tourists, covering all 18 districts. Due to intense competition in mainland China's physical food retail sector and underperforming store data, Bestmart 360 closed all its mainland stores. The group aims to expand its Bestmart 360 and Phillip networks in Hong Kong and Macau, targeting a net increase of 10 stores annually. Recommendation buy at 1.73 Hong Kong dollars, target $2. Stop loss at $1.63. I do not hold the above stock.